The Cup Kings in domestic cup football. Orlando Pirates against Maruma Galanza calling knockout final Saturday.
Yes. I'm willing to take this bet. They're making fun of Ennis. I don't even know how old he is now, but I don't think he ever leaves Tottenham.
The reality is Arsenal are the informed side in European football.
We're winning it.
Winning AFCON?
There's too many things lining up, bro.
Local Cup Kings continue to pursue a domestic double, and London locked level means a maintenance for Arsenal March. This is Black and White Boots.
Wow. What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by what? The maintenance of the March? I think that the draw is a good result for Arsenal in terms of a title push.
I was just checking because it was just so ambiguous to me. I don't know if you were saying
they're maintaining their march towards the title.
Yeah, you're right.
There wasn't a divergence from the march.
Yeah.
So shall we start there? Let's start off there. Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good result for both sides.
I think it's a horrible result for Chelsea.
No. I mean, when you're down to 10 men, contextually.
Can I build the argument? Can I build the argument for it?
Sure.
Chelsea haven't beaten Arsenal at home for 7 seasons, right? Chelsea are the world's best team.
Well,
they won that trophy.
Yeah.
You say what you want. Say what you want. Chelsea are the world's best team. They have the world's best left back. They have the world's best. I'm just quoting what their fans say. They have the world's best right back. The only positions that they claim that are up for grabs via to do a combined 11 are the centre backs. They think Caicedo is better than Declan Rice. And they've got better wingers and frontline. So I think it's a horrible result for them and a great result for Arsenal.
Okay. Now that your facetiousness is behind you.
No, but some of those facts are facts. They are the world's best team. They did.
They won the Club World Cup.
Yes.
They are not the best team in the world.
They've invested 2 billion Great British pounds into their squad.
They did manage to sell some players to raise that money.
That's fine, but they've invested in their team.
That's fair.
Right? It is worse that at home they only got a draw to Arsenal, regardless of that red card. Because their player got the red card. It's not like Arsenal induced a red card for them to go down to 10.
But the last time they got an early red card in a game that they were expected to win, I swear I don't know if they were expected to win this one, was against Manchester United, and they ended up not winning that fixture. So.
I think they certainly, from their perspective, they certainly should have thought they had to win this. £2 billion squad, and you're sitting second at home.
Yeah, and now they're third.
I
disagree with the sentiment overall. Obviously, there's a level of facetiousness in what you're saying, is that you've targeted specific statistics to reiterate that this should have been a foregone conclusion. But the reality is Arsenal are the informed side in European football. They have been pushing the top of the league for a prolonged period of time, whereas Chelsea haven't. And I think it shows a resurgence in Chelsea in terms of there's been growth. It's a better quality Chelsea side than what they have been.
They're definitely better quality than what they've been in the last couple of seasons, right? But to not have beaten Arsenal in 7 seasons at home.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think it's a bad result for them right now, is that you've not beaten Arsenal in 7 seasons at home.
And they will get their 3-1 whooping at the Emirates.
Yeah, that is standard.
Yeah.
I think it's a good result for both sides. If you look before the fixture, a draw is a good result for both Arsenal.
Sides,
I think particularly Arsenal away from home when you're maintaining a title push. Before the weekend, before there was a ball kicked on the weekend, it was your closest contenders for the title, mathematically at least.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good result before kickoff. However, I think Arsenal should be more disappointed with the result with the red card. However, I thought both teams played quite well. I think Arsenal, by their standards, played worse than Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Arsenal look leggy.
Yeah.
But I mean, what would you expect from Tottenham and Bayern?
Yeah, it's a tough run.
And also,
fixtures.
guys aren't. I said this on the last podcast. Arsenal's full squad is not back yet. Where all 25 players are fully fit.
Yeah.
Where you've got Kai Havertz up front, not Mikel Merino. Where you've got Odegaard back in the team.
But I think that, what was it, a £65 million striker was your reinforcement?
Yeah, but you also coming back from an injury. Hence, he came on so late.
I get you.
You've also
but
got
the squad is deep enough, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the squad is deep enough. So with that squad facing all those injuries, to go into that game with no Gabriel or Saliba, Chelsea are almost at full squad.
Yeah, except for Estevao, who's probably their key player.
He got hooked.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
In fact, Zola on commentary predicted he was going to get hooked. So even if they got the red card, he would have been hooked.
Mm. So I think it was an interesting fixture. I think that Reece James was phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And I think before kickoff, you would have backed Moises Caicedo to be like man of the match or the biggest.
You reckon?
I
don't know.
Away from an Arsenal player, I think in terms of the biggest.
I think he's overhyped as a player. I don't think there's not one feature that he has that's better than Declan Rice.
I think Moises Caicedo is a top player.
I don't disagree that he's not a top player.
Talking about Declan Rice and him is.
Well, they only compare them. Chelsea fans only compare Moises Caicedo to Declan Rice. And I can say unequivocally speaking that Declan Rice is the better player. Firstly, he stayed on the pitch. Secondly, he doesn't do reckless tackles. Thirdly, he's got better carry rate. He's got just as much in FPL, they call it DevCon. Just as much DevCon as Moises Caicedo.
I think they're both tremendous players. I think that Declan Rice offers something that Caicedo doesn't. But the things that Caicedo is brilliant at, he's better than Declan Rice.
Like what?
Disrupting play. I think he's better at disrupting play.
What a football attribute, eh? Disrupting play.
I think for a defensive midfielder, it's the most important attribute, is being able to break up the opposition's attacks.
Didn't he also get a red card against Liverpool?
I can't recall.
But I'm saying like...
But that's part and parcel of the role. You know, Paul Scholes is known as Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Patrick Vieira. These are the players known as the best in that position in Premier League history. And they got a lot of red cards. It's sort of part and parcel.
I don't agree that disrupting play. I mean, like, disrupting play is like the weirdest attribute.
I think it's an important attribute for a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool attribute. I'm glad he's number one at that.
Whereas Declan Rice is, you think it's far more
metrics
important.
That count?
What, because of deliveries into the box from set pieces in particular? Like
no,
that's a metric,
I mean, that's a better metric than breaking up play.
You really think so?
Yeah, 100% so.
Okay, I think they're both important. I think they're both, at the end of the day, 18 of the sides in the Premier League will be biting your hand off for either one of those players to be their defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that...
But let me put it like this. I think Arsenal wouldn't take Moises Caicedo in this current shape, in this current form of the way their team is at, compared to Chelsea would definitely take a Declan Rice if he was available.
Oh, well, they had him before.
Yeah.
But, those days are past them. I think that with the exception of Rodri, those are the two best players in that position in the Premier League. And obviously, we don't know if Rodri's that player anymore. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
We'll have to see. But I think every other team, I think Man City's the only one that would be like, we're good.
Yeah.
If Caicedo and Declan Rice were available.
Actually, I don't even know. I think actually City would take Declan Rice over
that's what
Caicedo.
I'm saying.
Yeah. No, his carry ability is way better than Moises Caicedo.
Yeah, maybe Man City. I think for their style of play, Declan Rice might benefit them because of his range of passing.
But basically what I'm trying to say at the end of all of this, Liverpool are back.
Well, they're not.
Yeah, well, they're not. But Liverpool
not as yet.
Are back.
Okay, let's move on to Liverpool. Obviously, massively important win for them.
They had to, eh?
And I think the most interesting factor from that, besides Isak getting a Premier League goal and getting off the line there, because you expect the goals to start coming, whether they start coming in as a trickle or as a stream, will be questionable. Yeah. But I think that Isak, now that you're over that little duck of a goal and he's coming back into fitness, I think that the goals will come.
They kind of still look shaky in the
I
back.
think what's interesting about that fixture for Liverpool and that they won it is Salah on the bench.
Yeah.
I think that's might be a sign of things to come.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I don't think his output, and also I don't think you can maintain that type of output that he had from last season, right? But I mean, like,
definitely not. No,
I'd like to see it in more than one game. Going to West Ham away.
Yes.
West Ham got a horrible defense. Nuno's just gotten in there. I would like to see what the next over the next couple of fixtures. But yeah, they definitely needed a win.
Speaking of Liverpool's next fixtures, their next fixture in the Premier League is coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Against Sunderland at home.
They should beat Sunderland at home.
I think it's an interesting one. They should beat Sunderland, but
yeah.
recent form, you'd still imagine, in terms of the quality of play, Liverpool were pretty good against West Ham, looked better than they've looked. However, Sunderland have been a very good side in the Premier League this season, whereas West Ham
Sunderland are a tough side, bro.
And I think it was important for Liverpool to play a team like West Ham away from home, a little bit less pressure. I know Anfield's normally a fortress and you'd rather have all your games there. But when things aren't going well, I think that sort of pressure off the shoulders of some of those players might have helped. And having that pressure back on a Wednesday night against a good Sunderland side with a Granit Xhaka who's been one of the top performers in the league this season, he'll be more disruptive to Liverpool than anything West Ham had to offer.
Yeah, I do think their title charge is over. I don't think you can lose 6 games in the Premier League and keep it moving.
Yeah, especially in that period, right?
Yeah,
I think if you lose more than 6 games over the course of an entire season maybe, it's already questionable.
Yeah.
But to lose it in that shorter period, I think it's done because there's more losses ahead. They're not going to go on and win every game between now and March. So, yeah, I think Liverpool's title charge is now officially closed. They have opportunities in other tournaments, of course. They're a good football side. They've invested, speaking of teams that have invested a lot of money to be champions and invest that sort of money. This is extremely disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, last week we spoke about they're in a transition. Yeah, and I was like, they were Premier League champions last year.
Yeah, but this is the transition. I think that's a good point.
But you also, I don't believe so, because you can't be a transition team and then go out and buy 2 big attacking signings, no midfield signing, no defense signing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and there's lots of arguments to say that they're not in transition and they shouldn't be because you're champions and you spent
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying what Premier League champion?
I think that the reality is that they're in transition, away from excusing the performances or whatever, because the reality is that they are currently in transition because it was actually Jurgen Klopp's side that won the league last season, not Arne Slot's. So this is the first time you're actually seeing the reality of transition in Liverpool right now. I think that's the reality. However, when a team has won the league and then strengthened to the extent they've strengthened, you expect them to go on and win the league again and then add to that with cup titles or whatever and just grow from there.
Yeah.
So this dip will be concerning because I think Liverpool fans have seen it before, being the dominant side in England, being the best team in England, one of the best teams in Europe, which they were last season. From there, when the dip happens, to stop that dip is tremendously difficult. And it's even more difficult to recover from the dip, right? So if this Liverpool fans have seen it, and I think that there'll be a few of them worried that it's another 20 years again. Now we disappear for 20 years again.
Sure, it'll be...
I don't think that'll be the case.
Yeah, I don't think that... I mean, to have that type of investment, specifically up front, and then not fight for Premier League title for another 20 years is a bit disastrous. But
it can happen.
It can happen.
And I think that there will be some Liverpool fans who are worried about that. But
and
I don't
United
imagine
are back,
it will.
bro.
They're not. But thank you for bringing it up. Shall we bring up that fixture? I think I think Manchester United won that game because of Crystal Palace's fixture on Thursday night. United were so poor in the first half, and you saw the legs go out of Crystal Palace in the first half, in the later stages of the first half. And that's what created the opportunity for Man United to stop Crystal Palace's 12-game unbeaten home run. And Palace are a great side, but their squad is not nearly deep enough to have excursions in Europe and then come back into the Premier League.
But it's nice that Bruno Fernandes 2 assists.
Yeah,
I dig Bruno. So.
He's a top player. I think he's one of the best creative players in the league, and the stats show it. He's got the most assists in the league and like third most opportunities created.
Do you think they trust Areff for the rest of the season, even if it's like so topsy-turvy like this, like win one, lose one, draw, lose, win, lose, win?
Well, this is their best run of form, and I think if you look over the course of, I think it's 7 games.
Yeah,
I think it's 7 games over the course of the last 7 games. Their form actually reads very well, because I think it was 4 wins or 3 wins, 2 draws, a loss and a win.
Yeah.
That actually reads very well for the position that Manchester United find them in.
Which leads me to actually my next question, because we spoke about it last week as well. Is like, they don't have to be in order of winner to 4th, but who's your 4?
I think the top 4 is starting to shape up for us right now, right? It's starting to look. I think outright the easiest one is Arsenal, and then next on that list is Manchester City.
Yeah,
I think those are
who
practically foregone conclusions. Like
so
those 2 will be a thing. I think that Chelsea have put in the biggest bet for who else is going to make up those top 4 positions, and then it could be anyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that point, it could be anyone.
And now it's interesting to have that conversation a week later, because I think United and Liverpool are equal on points.
Yes.
Which makes me go that Liverpool has clearly had a bad season, but are we saying that United have had just as bad a season as Liverpool?
Well, relative to what? Right? What are their ambitions? As the season started, I don't think Man United had an ambition to win the league.
Yes,
whereas Liverpool, it was like
but definitely
the only
the top
ambition.
4 is the ambition, right? Definitely, Champions League is definitely the
or
ambition.
at least a return to Europe. So a club like Manchester United, with the sort of money they've spent, etc., and the quality they have, the ambition surely is, and by definition of ambition, is a top 4.
Yeah.
However, I think the minimum requirement set to Amorim is top 6, is a return to Europe.
So in that 4th spot, do you have Liverpool over?
I think that it like I say, it could be anyone.
Yeah, because they're bunched up over there.
The Premier League, we don't see a traditional big 6 in the top 4 in the last 2 seasons or so. Because then you had Newcastle the season before, and you have Aston Villa, teams like Brighton who are pushing for those. Nottingham Forest were pushing last season. So I think I have a feeling that actually the top 4 slot will go to a side like that.
I reckon?
I do think so. But
and if so,
if Liverpool go on a little bit of a run now, then they're as obvious a contender for top 4 as City and Arsenal to me. You know? So if they do turn the form around,
well, they almost expected they have to.
They have to. Yeah. But if they don't stop the rot and turn it around quickly, they won't, because the league is too competitive.
I'd like to see. Difficult. I mean, I know I made my predictions last week, but I think even in my predictions last week, like I said, I wanted United in the top 4. For me, if you don't have a strong United, you don't have a strong Premier League. I don't know, that's just because I grew up like that. I don't have any stats for that.
People say it all the time, as a strong Kaizer Chiefs or a strong Orlando Pirates is good for the PSL.
Yeah, well, and we know Pirates are great right now, so.
Yeah, and Chiefs are stronger than they've been in recent years, so it's good news for...
I mean, that's why people are selling those type of things that you're wearing.
Hey, listen,
they don't make that for Chipper United. I can tell you that.
No,
they don't have it. They don't have a knitted Chipper United jersey.
These things will always be available to anyone, no matter how the team's doing, just because of how they support it, similar to Manchester United. Some Premier League fixtures before we move on. Tonight, Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham, City, which is an opportunity for City to get closer to Arsenal once again before Arsenal.
Fulham's a good team, though.
Fulham are a good side.
Marco Silva plays very good ball.
I do think so. I think City have a bit too much for them. I don't think Fulham's...
City away?
Yes, it's at Craven Cottage.
Oh, I think Fulham win. I do.
Interesting one.
I do.
I think City win. I think City have too much quality for Fulham. I don't think this is the Fulham side.
But they struggled against Leeds, bro. They just won that.
This isn't the Fulham side that we saw last season.
Okay.
They're a good side.
I think this Fulham side is better than last season.
No, I don't think so. And their position on the log will tell you that.
Where they're sitting currently on the log?
Let me bring that up for you.
Yeah, thank you.
15th.
Damn, how many wins?
5 wins. 5 wins from 13 fixtures.
Yeah. And more draws and losses?
2 draws, 6 losses.
Interesting. I'd love to know what
their recent form has turned around. In their last 5 games, they've got 3 wins. It's not bad. But Fulham aren't the side from last season. And they have to play City next. It's a tough fixture, and Craven Cottage isn't like the world's biggest fortress. You know, it's like
people go there and win.
I think Manchester United haven't won a game in London before this weekend in like 20 fixtures. Premier League game in London, and they haven't won more than 3 games in 20 fixtures, and all 3 of those games were against Fulham. So it's not like the hardest place in London to go to.
Just next week, guys, you just clip that part over there where he talks about City and stuff, and just because when Fulham win 2-1, I'll send a photo of myself smiling.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't act as if I can accurately
He's a big Fulham
predict.
fan.
I'm a big Fulham fan, actually. Always liked them. Newcastle versus Spurs also this evening.
Spurs.
Newcastle have struggled away from home. Their home form has been good.
Oh, man, Spurs are horrible. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I have to say that. But Spurs, like Thomas Frank, his Brentford side was so good.
I'm going to say something you hate.
Yeah. You're going to say Spurs are better than Arsenal?
No.
Oh, okay, well then.
Because they're not.
They're not, yeah.
I'm going to give you an honest opinion about individually who I think the best centre-back is in the Premier League.
The answer's outside of Saliba and Gabriel.
It is.
Statistically.
I think that's the best centre-back partnership in the league.
Dog.
But I think Mickey
van der Ven is the best?
No. I think individually, Mickey van der Ven is the best quality centre-back in the Premier League.
On what metric?
He is outrageously quick.
Okay,
his tackling ability is incredible, and his ability to create on the other side of the pitch, not necessarily finish off in the way that Saliba and Gabriel do, score headers. I think that he is a ball carrier as a centre-back. I think he's got tremendous attributes. I think that he's the best centre-back in the league.
Yeah.
Individually, I think he's the best centre-back in the league. Whether it means that he's able to build a partnership with another good centre-back or not.
This individually thing doesn't make sense to me.
Why not?
Because individually, you're using like stats that make him a better player because he carries the ball. He's a ball carrier.
Yeah, I think that it's part of the game. But I think
none
his
of
pace and
defenders do that.
His pace, his tackling ability. Yeah, but
I'm saying I think Saliba has a better tackling ability than Mickey van der Ven.
I think Saliba's a tremendous defender. I think he's a great player. I think Gabriel is also a tremendous player, and I think that's the best centre-back partnership in the league. But I think Mickey van der Ven is the best defender in the league. I think he's the best centre-back in the league.
Got trounced on 4 goals by an injury-hit Arsenal team. Where was his individualness then?
I don't know. I've seen it lots of times this season. And I think he's a
The thing is, as a defender, you get based on how many goals either you happen to score or how many goals you let in.
But there's a reality to like Rio Ferdinand, who's regarded as one of the greatest centre-backs in Premier League history.
So if he had
when he was at West Ham, he was the best defender in the league, but they conceded a lot of goals.
I don't know, man. I don't see Mickey van der Ven ever leaving Tottenham, which gives you my answer. I don't see a Bayern coming after him, a Madrid coming after him, a Barcelona coming after him.
I do.
I am willing to take this bet that Mickey van der Ven is, I don't even know how old he is now, but I don't think he ever leaves Tottenham.
Okay. Clip that for...
Yeah, please. I don't think he ever leaves Tottenham.
Okay. Tomorrow night's fixtures. Let's move on to those. Arsenal Brentford. That's obviously the blockbuster of the midweek fixtures. Simply because of the implications of the title.
Arsenal are looking tired though.
I think Brentford are a very good side.
Yeah.
But they're not having their best season. This is really a transition season.
They're going to
for
the
them.
Emirates as well?
They're going to the Emirates. I think it's an Arsenal win.
Yeah, I think it's an Arsenal win.
But I think it's a close game. I think it's 1-0, 2-1. It's a tight scoreline. I don't see bags of goals in this.
I think what worried me with that Arsenal-Chelsea game is that Hincapié and Mosquera actually, as a partnership, I know it's the first time they're playing because Saliba was out and Gabriel, of course, a long-term injury. But, man, there's no inspiring defense over there. I mean, they're good players.
I think Arsenal are too well set up. I think Declan Rice is a big part of that team, and I think he's so difficult to get by or to stop. And I think that Arsenal just have too much going for them. And
I expect an Arsenal win. I'd actually be disappointed.
They just need a set piece, a corner kick or whatever, and they'll win. Brighton and Aston Villa, that's actually a blockbuster.
Yeah,
that's a cracker of a game because both of these sides are banging form again.
Yeah.
They're pushing up the league table.
Yeah.
And Brighton are at home. I think it would be an easier prediction if it was at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Because I think Villa are in great form. Yeah. But with a goalkeeper like Emi Martinez in the sort of form he's in, and Aston Villa's just general quality all around the pitch. I think
Watkins they're a good also well these
top
days.
Player. Burnley, Crystal Palace. We can glaze right over that. I think Burnley are in trouble. Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. That's a good game. Because I think Wolves played very well this weekend, and they're at home at Molineux, and I think there's a result waiting for them. It's just about when. And Palace are a very good side, but they already look tired on a Sunday.
Forest.
Forest are a very good side, and under Sean Dykes, they've been far, far better. And with a loss this weekend, I think that balances things out a little bit more.
I'm a big Sean Dyche fan, right?
Oh, big Sean Dyche fan.
Like if he had an Italian surname,
he'd be Man United manager.
Sean Dykacini.
Yeah.
Dog, I've got him there. So we're hearing from Dykacini. I was like, but as Sean Dyche.
It could even be Dykov.
Yeah, Dykov
from Serbia or something.
He'd be managing a top 4 team.
He would. He really would. Leeds United versus Chelsea. Hey, City showed us Elland Road's not a fucking easy place to go to.
Yeah. I just think Leeds concede too much.
Yeah.
I think they just concede too much. I think Chelsea won that though.
Chelsea too good a side, eh? And then Liverpool at home to Sunderland.
They're okay side.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see. And then Liverpool against Sunderland tomorrow night as well. We've mentioned what our thoughts on that. And then Manchester United against West Ham on Thursday night.
United win.
It's the best fixture United could have now.
Oh,
is West Ham at home
defense.
Because Man United need to put in a performance. It's the Premier League. You have to perform well to win any game. And I think going back to Manchester United and their win on the weekend to Crystal Palace, what's the most disappointing part of that win actually is that it makes you think back to how disappointing that Everton loss is. To be at home with Everton red card and you don't go and win that game.
I think that's the thing that
if you look at the table, if you look at the table and where United could be if they won that fixture against Everton, which they really should have, to go and win at Crystal Palace actually makes it more disappointing. Yeah.
I think listen, West Ham have, according to the stats, the worst defense in the league. It's the reason why I didn't triple captain Haaland on the weekend against Leeds, because City have West Ham coming up. Horrible defense. And I think if there's a time for United to get a victory, because like getting a 2-1 is nice, getting a 1-0 is cool. But if you want to get a 4-0, this is the fixture you do it in.
And it's what you need for those.
Yeah, it gives you the momentum as well, man.
Confidence and something.
Because they're not bad players.
And I think Bruno Fernandes to unlock you.
Oh yeah.
Man United do struggle against sides that defend deep though.
Yeah.
And I think it benefited them that Crystal Palace were prepared to come at them a little bit. But
I don't think Nuno's had enough time at West Ham yet to
sort things
out.
That because he's a good manager and they've got a good side actually. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll just about survive.
Yeah.
But I am concerned for them at the moment. I do think Man United go on and win that. Let's move on away from the Premier League. Bafana squad announcement.
This is the final squad?
Yeah, this is the final squad. I believe they can make changes just before.
Yeah.
But this will be the squad barring like having to replace players through injury and stuff like that, like unavailability, general unavailability.
Yeah, I mean, like I always like we could list through all the names, right? But I think just holistically,
it's Pirates and Sundowns.
Yeah. But realistically speaking, AFCON is now December into Jan, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're winning it.
Winning AFCON?
There's too many things lining up, bro. 30 years since 1996, right? When we played, we only lost to Nigeria the last AFCON through penalties, right? But we played well in that game. We should have won that game. It was good. I think the ball that we play it's top tier. I just feel there's a feeling that I think we win AFCON.
And Bafana have proved that they a strong side, and you look at their qualifying campaign to qualify over Nigeria in the way that they did with that debacle of the suspension etc.
stuff. Yeah,
I think that they have shown themselves to be one of the powerhouses of African football.
Yeah.
However, besides the last AFCON that's just passed, North African teams tend to dominate the tournament. They have a lot of quality. And AFCON is a tough tournament. This isn't an Asia Cup. This isn't.
I just feel like the stars are aligning. I don't have like the deepest of stats on it, but I mean, like, history loves repeating itself. Just feel this.
You're such a romantic.
I know. Bro.
I hope you're right.
But I want to give you a conundrum though. Would you take Bafana winning the AFCON and being knocked out in the group stages of the World Cup? Or would you take Bafana getting knocked out in AFCON, not winning the AFCON, but making it to quarterfinal, semi-final of the World Cup?
How far do they go in AFCON?
Get through the group stage.
Yeah, and then
they just don't win
it in around a 16 or quarterfinal.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because it's such an achievement to like get to a quarterfinal or a semi-final of a World Cup.
So I was speaking to, if everybody knows sports and football, they know BBK. BBK is a sports journalist, and he was saying he would prefer to take the AFCON because of the 30 years type of thing. But it made me sit back and go like, I would lose my mind if we made a semi-final of a World Cup.
Yeah. Like Morocco.
Yeah, like
Qatar.
Yeah, like I would like not win it
because that you choose that every day.
Yeah, right.
But Bafana to win a World Cup.
Yeah, but to make a semi-final of a World Cup where you've 4 teams in the world, you are one of them.
I would take 15 to 20 years of Bafana not qualifying for another major tournament at all.
Yeah,
if you can win one World Cup.
Yeah, of course, right.
Yeah,
I would take us never playing football again. And like you have to forfeit everything for life. But I mean, like, oh man, I was thinking about it because I remember that Morocco exit because they went out to France. Remember how everyone was behind them? They were like, oh my gosh, these guys are gonna do it. Hakimi's gonna come over there and smash it from right back, just top bins. I don't know, man. I'll take Bafana in the semi-final over us winning AFCON.
So Hakimi might just be ready in time for AFCON.
Yeah.
It's still on the fence, so we're not sure if Hakimi will represent Morocco at AFCON. I think what's interesting is that I think Bafana possibly have the best goalkeeper and the best right back. Barring Hakimi, Mudau is the best right back on the continent. And then Mokoena is probably one of the best midfielders on the continent. And then, Nigeria have some really top talents, especially up front when you look at Lukman and Osimhen, etc. Yeah. But you look at the quality of Egypt, Morocco, Ivory Coast, who are the reigning champions of the AFCON. There's a lot of quality there, but some of these sides have been dropping the ball in recent weeks, in recent games. But there's an opportunity there for Bafana to go on in AFCON and win it.
What would be a disappointing AFCON for you?
Anything less than a quarterfinal.
Final, yeah.
Anything less than a quarterfinal, and it's very disappointing because the side is better than that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about knockout football is a quarterfinal, anything can happen. Once you're at that stage of a tournament, it's knockout football, right? Yeah. So anything can happen, and you're not going to be like, oh, well, that's so disappointing for Bafana to go out at a quarterfinal. I mean, it will depend on the circumstances and how well they play building up to that quarterfinal and what happens in that fixture. Yeah. But anything less than a quarterfinal, I think, is disappointing for Bafana Bafana. Yeah. But I expect them to go further than that. I expect at least another semi-final. I really think that we'll get another semi-final. I really hope they win it.
You know me. Stars align.
I'd lose my mind. I hope you're right.
And I hope Adidas come with a fire kit for that tournament.
Yeah, come on, man. Pull off a Lecoq Sportif because that Lecoq Sportif kit was fire.
I don't know, dog. I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, wait, the yellow one?
The yellow one.
The one they played in normally? Yeah, that was pop. Yeah. No, it's the other kits that were so good.
Yeah, the white one was pretty good as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, like...
the white, gold, and black one and the black kit.
Sure. I hope Bafana are going to do it, bro.
I do too. We'll look more forward to AFCON in the coming weeks, of course. Let's have a look at this weekend's big fixture. An opportunity for the informed club in South African football, the Cup Kings in domestic cup football, Orlando Pirates against Maruma Gallants, the Carling knockout final, Saturday.
Yes. Come on, Pirates.
Well, I'm
going
to say, come on, Pirates, wearing this.
Say it. Say it. I know you want to.
I don't want to say it. No, I'm not saying come on, Pirates. But they're on for a domestic quadruple. They have an MTN 8.
Yeah.
They, in recent years, barring one opposition for them last season, Nedbank Cup has been theirs. If they get the Carling knockout now, they are currently favourites for the league in the form they're in. And like, obviously, a dip for Mamelodi Sundowns has given them that opportunity. I don't see anyone topping them in the PSL, in the Betway Premiership.
Marco, what you have failed to have seen, though, is that Orlando Pirates' greatest enemy is Orlando Pirates. You don't know when they will turn that on. You don't know when that false positive becomes just false. You don't know. As a Pirates fan myself, I will tell you, don't. You see, you're talking about this is what they should do. I go, the game is on Saturday. I will speak after Saturday. You understand?
I do.
If Orlando Pirates win the PSL, I will speak after it is mathematically impossible for a team to beat them. Because Pirates, I know this team. They are the Arsenal of the PS. I know this.
I don't know. They've definitely not been that. I think that, okay, in a way, you're right. They are the Arsenal of the PSL because they should have won a title in the last few years.
Yes.
It's only been about the brilliance of other teams that has kept them from winning the title, right? And that's been the case for Pirates in the last 2 seasons, is that the only reason they didn't win the league is because of how good Sundowns are.
Yeah.
I think that's changed now, is that Pirates, but I also think that Pirates are a better side than they've been in recent years.
I hope they do it, man.
Yeah, a domestic quadruple is unprecedented. And it would be major bragging rights.
But it will not. No,
it could happen. I think the biggest thing is that they're closest contenders in all of those competitions, barring this weekend. But they're already there this weekend, is that they currently have CAF Championship football to play.
Yeah.
They've got CAF Confederations Cup or CAF Champions League fixtures to worry about and focus on, whereas Pirates don't have that because of a certain Lapopo.
Yeah.
Lupopo.
Did you call him Lapoop?
Yeah, well, might as well be.
Okay, wow. Damn.
Lapoopoo. So I think that does put them in an advantageous position for the Betway Premiership as well as the Nedbank Cup. I am reluctant to say it. I think that Carling knockout is already a foregone conclusion. I think Saturday Pirates lift the trophy. And it's a big trophy. You know,
it's heavy.
It is heavy. We had it in the studio here before. It is heavy. And then obviously that would take them on to another domestic, but it's sort of unrecognized as a trophy, is the Carling Cup, which is the winners of the Carling Knockout Championship, and they play against a PSL All-Stars team, which will be determined after this fixture. So
damn, this sounds like a FIFA thing, right? You know,
yeah.
Let's get the All Stars to play against.
It's very Major League Soccer.
Very Major League Soccer. Remember there was that time where Orlando Pirates used to play Chiefs and you could SMS for substitutes?
That's this fixture.
Is that the fixture?
Yeah, that's this fixture.
So they still do that?
What used to be the Carling Black Label Cup is now this fixture. So instead of it only being Chiefs Pirates all the time, it's now the winners of the Carling Knockout against an All-Stars team.
They don't do the SMS thing anymore?
They still do it for
wild.
I think they do it for like man of the match.
That's stupid.
And the man of the match gets some extra money.
That SMS thing was the funniest thing to me because I was like, imagine you could make a substitute. If you and your mates got together and
I think, didn't you need a code from a Black Label can? So you had to buy a Black Label. There's nothing a South African wants to do more than buy a Black Label anyway. So it's like
spamming.
How much do you really have to incentivize that?
Now you're subbing on a goalkeeper for a strike.
Hey, vibes. Yeah. Let's do it. So that's the next fixture coming up probably for Orlando Pirates is that fixture. That tournament, because I do think that Saturday's a foregone conclusion. Let's move on to Betway Premiership action. We've got some fixtures coming up. I think it is tonight. Golden Arrows versus Amazulu. Siwalele against Mamelodi Sundowns Wednesday night. That could be a banana peel, like a little bit of a slip for Mamelodi Sundowns, and they can't afford to slip as they are 3 points behind Pirates as things stand. So because Pirates have action this weekend, their fixture has been postponed, so they will have a game in hand once again. And they also have Chiefs breathing down their necks. So if they don't win this game, Chiefs will have a game in hand over Sundowns, and they're playing Chippa United on the same evening at the same time. So if Chiefs are to win their game against Chippa and Mamelodi Sundowns are to lose against Siwalele, which I don't actually think will happen, it changes everything here. And also at the same time is Kukuni United versus Magezi, who are also 3 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns.
Damn.
They can't afford to slip up.
Damn.
They simply can't afford to slip up. But it's a shame to not see Lally in studio here smiling about Orlando Pirates being top of the league. He's been waiting so long.
He was smiling last week, bro. Oh, he was having the time of his life with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can smile on his behalf.
There you go. Another Pirates fan.
Yeah.
And that wraps up some of our Betway Premiership action, of course. I don't think we're going to look too much down at the bottom of the table right now. We'll wait for later in the season when it's a little bit more of a foregone conclusion. But you are very tempted to look at the top of the table and see those permutations a little earlier just because of the implications of what that means. Obviously, Kaizer Chiefs, this resurgence, this is a good Chiefs side. And they're starting to play much, much better now that Coach Nabi has left over some of his staff that actually seem to be doing a better job for them. And having two coaches is crazy, but it's working. Yeah, and Kaizer Chiefs is a football club that, sometimes a little bit of crazy works.
I wish them well, but I hope that they do not do it.
Look, I don't know if Kaizer Chiefs' ambition right now is to win the league. I know it's Kaizer Chiefs. It's their ambition every year is to win the league. It's not good enough to qualify for CAF Champions League. But in reality, a qualification for CAF Champions League after finishing outside of the top 8 last season is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think that best case scenario really for Chiefs fans right now is to have a big push in the CAF Confederations Cup. I do see them as one of the favorites to win that trophy. So to win a continental tournament, even though it's not the premier continental tournament, to win a continental tournament and finish in the top 3 of the Betway Premiership, it'll be a very good season. Because last season, the only thing that really went for Chiefs is to have won a Nedbank Cup.
Yeah.
So to finish trophyless this season would be deeply upsetting, but it's impressive to see their climb in the league table. And maybe, who knows, they can push on and push Pirates and Sundowns and Skokone for some reason all the way.
Cool.
And that's a wrap for Black and White Boots. Simmi Areff, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Marco Martins.
I'm Marco Martins.
Yes, I'm Simmi Areff.
And
we're doing our names now.
Yeah, that's how we do it. And this is Black and White Boots. Danko.
Means thank you.